Sitting on a front porch in the early morning breeze. Sitting on a front porch, just an old friend and me. Drink a little coffee, read all the local news, talk a little gossip every now and then. Smell that ham cooking in the kitchen, a brand new sunrise in the sky. Sitting on a front porch, minding all your business. What a way to make the day go by.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And good morning to you. Good Thursday morning to you. July the 3rd, 2026. Come on in if you're mind to. Yeah, that's right. Come on in if you're mind to. Step up here on the front porch with me. My name's Kenny Dean. Yep, that's about it for today. Oh, wait, let's go to the line first. And good morning to you, Reverend.
Hey, good morning to you.
Gerald Carnes. It's been another quick week. We're already into Thursday. We appreciate you being with us this week. And if you can join me about 8:20 this morning, we'll wrap up a 4th of July week.
Sounds good. I plan to be with you.
No, y'all don't have any services going on at Duncan Memorial like tonight or tomorrow for the 4th, do you?
We do not. That would have been something good to have planned, but I was negligent in that, I have to say. But we had a special service last Sunday with that kind of a theme.
Right.
But we certainly be in prayer for our country all throughout our community, though, for sure.
Every day. I'm glad you brought that up. But thank you for being with us this week, and we know you have a busy day, so we won't even hold you up this morning. We'll just go ahead and just turn it over to you right now for the thought of the day.
All right. I appreciate it, as always, to have the opportunity to be with you. I want to share this morning from a wonderful book I found at Cracker Barrel, actually, called 100 Bible Verses That Made America, written by Robert J. Morgan, who is a pastor up in Nashville. And one of the things he shares is that on September the 4th, 1774, the First Continental Congress gathered in Philadelphia. Before tackling the weighty issues of the day, they acted on a motion by Thomas Cushing from Massachusetts to begin their business with prayer. Some opposed this because there were a diversity of denominations represented there, but they, after some discussion, decided that, yes, they wanted to have prayer, and Samuel Adams nominated Jacob Duché, a local Anglican pastor, to lead the prayer. And before sharing his prayer, he read from the scripture of the day, which all of them deemed to be providential in nature, that the reading from the Common Book of Prayer was what it was on this occasion. Psalm 35. Lead my cause, O Lord, with those who strive with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Let those be put to shame and brought to dishonor who seek after my life. Let those be turned back and brought to confusion who plot my hurt. After that, he began a prayer that lasted about 10 minutes, which became the most famous prayer of the American Revolution. And after this prayer, it was decided that he would lead prayer every morning for the rest of their convention. But this is part of his prayer. O Lord, our heavenly Father, high and mighty King of kings and Lord of lords, who dost from thy throne behold all the dwellers on earth, and reignest with power supreme and uncontrolled over all the kingdoms, empires, and governments. Look down in mercy, we beseech thee, on these our American states, who have fled to thee from the rod of the oppressor, and thrown themselves on thy gracious protection. desiring to be henceforth dependent only on thee. Be thou present, O God of wisdom, and direct the counsels of this honorable assembly. Enable them to settle things on the best and surest foundation, that the scene of blood may be speedily closed, that order, harmony, and peace may be effectually restored, and truth and justice, religion and piety prevail and flourish amongst the people. Preserve the health of their bodies and the vigor of their minds. Shower down on them and the millions they represent such temporal blessings as thou seest expedient for them in this world, and crown them with everlasting glory in the world to come. All this we ask in the name and through the merits of Jesus Christ, thy Son and Savior. Afterward, John Adams described the event in a letter to his wife, Abigail. Mr. Duché appeared and read several prayers in the established form, and then read the collect for the day of September, the 7th day of September, which was the 35th Psalm. You must remember this was the next morning after we heard the horrible rumor of the cannonade of Boston. I never saw a greater effect upon an audience. It seemed as if heaven had ordained that psalm to be read on that morning. After this, Mr. Duché, unexpectedly to everyone, struck out into an extemporaneous prayer, which filled the bosom of every man present. I must confess, I never heard a better prayer, or one so well pronounced. Such fervor, such ardor, such earnestness and pathos, and in language so eloquent and sublime for America, for the Congress, for the province of Massachusetts Bay, and especially for the town of Boston. It has had an excellent effect upon everybody here. So, what a wonderful prayer this man shared that day on that first meeting of the Continental Congress, a prayer that can be repeated today for all of those in our government, whether it be in this community, our state, our nation, and certainly recognizing that God's hand has been upon this nation from the very beginning and still is. And we just pray for a revival in this country, and that we would all return to those roots and begin to honor him in all that we do. That's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen. Amen. You know, this is such a great country that we live in, and I hope we understand why our freedom is. We do have our freedom, but you go back to a couple hundred years, and they were already praying for this country of ours, and I don't think we've let up since. Do you?
That's right. That is right. Yes, sir.
And we better not let up.
We better not. Yes, sir. We stop doing that, things will be in a mess quickly.
You're exactly right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that bit of history with us. And if you'll join us on the 4th of July, we would certainly appreciate it, my friend.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look forward to it.
Thank you, my friend. Have a great day, too. Look forward to hearing from you in a little bit.
All right. Bye-bye.
Gerald Carnes getting our day started. We're going to have in fact, it's going to be kind of the Jamie Burnett and Chief Matt Brooks show today, starting about 7 to 8. Randy Cobb, who's been on the show before, a grassroots singer-songwriter out of Nashville, will be with us at 6:30, a pre-record. And Mark Dooley is with him. Now, you talking about a guitar picker? That's all I'm going to say. I'll wait till those guys come on back in here about 6:30. Let's start out. We're talking about the weather because it feels pretty good outside. In fact, it's 67, but it's going to get warm today. But I'm going to tell you, we're not going to have any rain. I'm going to go way out on a limb and say we're not going to have any rain today. 91 for a high. Tonight, a little bit warmer, 69. Still not bad, partly cloudy skies. Going into the 4th of July weekend, I'm going to say no rain for the 4th, 93 and 70. I'm going to go way out on a limb and even say Saturday, 93 and 71 on the 5th of July, at least a Dean Boone's birthday. And 92 and 72 on Sunday, 94 and 72 on Monday. Now, let's start talking about rain about Tuesday of next week with a low of 72, low of 70, high of 91. So There's your 5-day forecast, with pretty dry 5-day forecast, brought to you by Alex City Marine. They still have a pre-4 sale going on with a 2025 Landau Island Breeze 25. Now this baby got a 250 Honda, and it's got a swing-back lounger on it, dual captain chairs where you look cool sitting up there, power assist steering, and even got a ski tow bar in there. And it's got a whole lot more. I'm just going through a few things it has at Alex City Marine, Cherokee Road. Salvation Army located, I'm just going to say from the Salvation Army, they want to wish each and every one of you a happy 4th of July, and I would think they'd be closed on the 4th like so many of our sponsors that we truly appreciate. So many of them will be closed on the 4th of July, but go by there and see them today, 6800 US 280.
We are a debt relief agency. We help people file Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 under the Bankruptcy Code.
This is Marcia Mason, your local Lake Martin bankruptcy and Social Security disability attorney. Mason Law Firm is located at 217 Madison Street in Alexander City. Call 256-329-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Did you know that Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air service fee is good for 30 days for all 4 trades? That's right. If we service your home's electric, plumbing, HVAC, or garage doors, we will come back within 30 days for any of the 4 trades at no additional cost to you. A licensed and trained Dixie technician will service your home with our signature warehouse on wheels, and all work will be backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. What are you waiting for?
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers, and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Southern Charm Antiques and Estate Sales, located in the heart of downtown Alex City, offers a variety of quality antiques and unique items. Family owned and operated, you can expect a warm welcome every time you walk in the door. They offer professional estate sales services to you and your family. With over 50 plus years combined experience, they would be honored to serve you. Call 256-275-6609.
And welcome back to Front Porch. Let's do one of those keys to summer things right now. Y'all ready? Well, let's see. Here's a clue. Which side of the river do these kids... Let's start over. Which side of the river do these keys stay? Pick a tiger over a wildcat, and you will know where they lay. Which side of the river do these keys stay? Pick a tiger over a wildcat, and you will know where they lay. That's one for right now, and then we'll do another one a little bit after 7. And we got a couple of them for tomorrow, too, for our pre-recorded show. Let's just run over Whole Smoked Boston Butts, $35, pick up today at Coons Corner. I'm not sure if you already, maybe you had to prepay, but go by and see Jennifer on that today. I'm going to put that over here because these are things that we're not going to talk about tomorrow because it's going to be all over. Oh, here's another one. Pick up today. Now, these are plates, $11 a plate. Grilled chicken heads with one side, bread and drink for $11. That's going to be a good, it's going to be some good eating right there. I'm telling you, it's going to be some good eating going on around here. And let me go ahead and remind you this coming Saturday, the farmers market will be open from 7 until 11 in downtown Alexander City. You got to remember there'll only be like 3 more because at the end of July they will shut her down, boys. We going to the house. First Baptist Church First Baptist Church in Dadeville cookbooks are going on right now. I think the deadline's gonna be like the end of this month to get that taken care of. Bingo at the Elks Lodge will not take place tonight, so we'll get that cranked up again. I know John Freeman is gonna be on the show next week, or maybe a week after next from the Elks to kind of get us up to date on some things with the Elks Lodge. Let me go ahead and tell you about tomorrow's guest. It's been a while since Jonathan East, old Clay County boy, has been on with us. Now, he's been coming on the show about 15 to 20 years. He's a singer, songwriter. He's got, I'm looking forward to finding out how many albums or CDs or 8 tracks or whatever he's put out over the years, because he writes just about all his material. So, Jonathan East, looking forward to you being on with us tomorrow. He'll be on with us from 6:30 to 7 tomorrow. And then from 7 until 8 tomorrow. Navy retired Rear Admiral Bill Goodwin will be on. Bill's been on several times over the years himself, and I don't bring him out, I don't ask him out here enough. He's a very interesting guy, and he's, of course, he was the Admiral. He was the skipper on the USS Reagan, Ronald Reagan. Boy, he's got some stories to tell. I'm not sure what he's going to bring to the porch tomorrow. I'm just going to sit back and take it all in. But and I don't want to take for granted that he, when I ask him that he's going to always come out here. I appreciate you coming out here, my friend. Look forward to that. A lot going on around here. Let's see, United Way. In fact, starting next month, I'll be getting with Courtney Merritt Layfield here pretty soon, because starting next month, we'll be getting all 26 of the agencies out here that we've been doing for many, many years. I got a big old poster right here. Well, it's going to happen tomorrow night. Tell you what you're going to find out about the 4th of July at Russell Land's at the AMP. Taylor Hicks, of course, will be down there. The bank walkers will kick it off. Fireworks, gates open at 5:30. This is a charged event, $10. Music starts at 6:30. Taylor Hicks does a heck of a job. He's backed by popular demand. And our very own Scott Blake will be doing the national anthem. So congratulations to that lineup there. That's going on tomorrow night. Again, the weather is going to be great for that. And you're going to be surprised when you hear this figure today from Jamie Burnett and Chief Matt Brooks from the I still call it the Water Patrol. how many boats will be out around there. So that's going to really blow your mind. We'll be right back. Well, Lake Martin, Dadeville area, Chamber of Commerce, they're getting ready. Speaking of Dadeville Chamber of Commerce, I saw Wayne Smith yesterday. Of course, he was the former mayor of Dadeville, and his lovely wife, Joyce. Good seeing you folks. Hey, we got a luncheon coming up. Looking forward to me and Scott Blake going down there July the 15th at noon to 1 at the Mitchell House. And I know the luncheon is sponsored by Gary Ingram Paving and Grading, but I'm not sure where the food's going to be. But I can bet you this. Bet you Sweet Bippy it's going to be good. Get in touch with Miss Molly Day at 256-825-4019.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
The best lakefront properties don't happen by accident. They're designed, crafted, and built to perfection. Trusted for over 35 years, Lakescape creates breathtaking waterfront retreats built to impress and made to last a lifetime. From your mailbox to the end of your dock, we are the single source answer to design, build, and maintain your dream lakescape. It all starts at lakescape.com.
Jim's Pharmacy at the Lake, located on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, home-owned and operated by Jim Clanton, has an experienced staff that is all about your wellness, offering the convenient packaging to help keep your medicines organized. Jim's Pharmacy also has a great gift selection like pecans, socks, lake t-shirts, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, 9 to 2 on Saturday. Give us a call at 256-373-3449.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
Hi, I'm Randy Dawkins, Tallapoosa County President at Riverbank and Trust. In our community, we're the one-stop shop for real estate, mortgage, and construction loans. Folks know they can trust us to find the best loan option for their needs, and that we'll personally guide them through the entire process, even by text. And since we're local, decisions are made quickly. We make lending simple.
Floyd's Feed and Seed covers both sides of the road in downtown Dadeville. Incredible selection of plants, stones, insecticides, and gift selection in the additional part. Our original store has tack and boots for men, women, and children, gloves, hats, belts, and Carhartt clothing. Come on in and visit. Open Monday through Saturday for your convenience with a whole lot of service. Floyd's Feed and Seed, downtown Dadeville, Alabama.
On Lake Martin, there's so much to do, but if golf is your sport, you got to get to the all-new Stillwaters Country Club. We offer the region's best course and facility for only $40 per round and cart weekly, and an amazing $45 for weekend play. Make sure to inquire on any of our membership options, including full family, senior, student, or just spouse, options that offer true value for your golfing pleasure. Book your round today at 256-825-1353 and enjoy one of the region's best courses with top-notch service. Stillwaters Country Club, open to the public, golf, dine, and enjoy anytime.
Me Mama's Grub Hub over in Dadeville, Alabama. You know, they change up their menu every day. You know, one day they'll have like baked turkey breast and fried chicken, fried pork chops, baked chicken, dressing, turnip greens, green beans, fried corn, mac and cheese. And then maybe another day they'll have just a regular old hot dog any way you want it. Not just a hot dog, you can get a stuffed chicken breast, pot roast, hamburger steak. So what I'm telling you, at Me Mama's Grub Hub, you can get just a little bit of everything. They're located on East South Street in Dadeville, Alabama. Country boy, he's back out here again by popular demand. Randy Cobb, and I gotta say a big thank you to the Canadian songbird Shannon Hall with Grassroots Promotion. And Shannon, I found out from where you from this old boy right here, along with Mark Dooley, has been in country music for a minute or two.
Yeah, long time, and thankfully.
How did y'all meet up?
Nashville. Yeah.
Okay.
We met in 08, 09. We were both living in town.
Really?
We was actually at front room of Tootsie's there, I think.
Yeah.
Mark was got through picking, and I was going in to pick, and introduced, I think, by a mutual friend, Dwayne Strobel, I believe.
I'll be darned. What a relationship y'all had all these years.
It's like it's immediate friendship, kinship, you know. We both like to hunt, fish, because we both like to play country music, and started playing
it all
music
mixes together.
Oh, yeah, it's great, man. He was a better liar than I was, but hey, I'm learning, so hey.
What have you learned from Mark?
You know, Mark, just a lot of guitar stuff. You know, Mark's just showmanship. I mean, man, he's a mentor to me. He has been. He's always just like, hey, man, let's do this or do this. And I
or not
trust
do
his
this.
judgment. Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. You know?
I think in life, finding out what not to do may save us all.
100%.
A lot of time, I mean, I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
You remember it.
Oh, yeah.
You remember it better.
Oh, yeah.
Are you from Tennessee?
No, I'm from Alabama.
Are you?
From Dothan, actually.
Dothan, Alabama.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I live North Alabama, around Albertville at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm in Nashville every week. So.
What got you into country music? Or who got you into country music?
My dad and uncles played and grew up in it right away. Got two brothers that played. I didn't know anything different, you know. Started playing in a bar in Houston, Texas when I was 12, so, you know.
Wow.
You
so
get
you
gray
cut
hair
your teeth.
early on.
You cut your teeth on country music.
It's been just didn't know anything else.
You can't stump him on anything country. I can tell you. You don't want to get in a debate with him.
You know what? I love learning about. I grew up. My brother, who is 83 years old, was a truck driver. In fact, he just retired at 82, driving an 18-wheeler, 2 trips a week to Houston.
Wow. Yeah.
But I grew up with him with the Charlie Douglas Road Gang when he was a young, and I was just a kid, riding with him. So I loved country music from him, and even to this day. But it was older country music. But I loved learning about those country music artists.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's to honor them, really, is to know about them. I think, you know.
Mm-hmm. They're just people.
Yeah, that's all.
I've always loved what Willie said about. He said, "People are people, no matter where you go in the world."
That's right.
You know what? He's right.
That's right.
I mean, are you doing a lot of traveling right now?
We are. We're promoting Country Boys right now.
Yeah,
doing very well on charts, and so we're out crossing the country, man. Next week we're going into actually the week of the 7th. We're going into the West. We're going into Idaho and Utah and Colorado. So they're spinning the record all over. So we're going to support.
Wyoming, Montana, up in there too, or
I don't know if there's going to be any Montana. There's going to be some Nebraska dates, some South Dakota. I mean, there's 5 or 6 states over there where we're hitting the station. So
I love those. I love that West. I talk about it all the time out here, but we drove out to Montana and Wyoming and Colorado and Utah and Idaho a few years ago, and I just can't get it out of my mind.
It's beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous. How is country music taken in those western states?
Hey, country music's alive and well over there. I was there. Last fall, man, and I met some people over there, and then we struck up a friendship, and they all dug my music, and I actually did some photo shoots out there and stuff for some mess. And,
wow!
Utah is huge. You know, there's a lot of Mennonites out there.
Yep.
They love country music.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I've never heard that.
Yes, there's a matter of fact, we're hitting 3 stations in Utah, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Utah's in fact, we skimmed Utah, and we want to go back because that's some beautiful scenery.
It is cool.
I'm a big old Western, and that's where so many of them were made.
Right.
Out in Utah.
You know, because it's wide open without a bunch of power lines around. I read an article about that.
It's
You can
awesome
gaze out without seeing anything. Gorgeous, yeah.
One thing I learned going out west, I think we left Deadwood, South Dakota one morning, and I knew to keep the truck filled up, and it's got a 34-gallon tank, so having plenty of gas wasn't an issue. Right. We left Deadwood, and we'll get something to eat, right down the road. 100 miles later, literally 100 miles. I was about to starve to death, so we always kept plenty of snacks.
Right.
In the
We
truck.
did too, yeah.
You learn from that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Being on the road is tough business. For a young person, and a lot of people, young people are really wanting to get in it. Do they really know what they're getting in, Randy? Do they really know?
I don't know. The road is different. I was a truck driver. I had my own company there for about 11 years.
Yep.
So, I got a taste of it, for a while. I mean, it's definitely a different lifestyle. I mean, I enjoy the road. I always enjoy it.
You got to.
I mean, I love the people. I love meeting different people. I love looking. America is absolutely beautiful. Most people don't know how, I hear so many people, I want to go to Europe. I want to go. Why? Dude, you just go north of here. I promise you, you're going to see stuff you ain't never seen. It's unreal beautiful. America is unreal beautiful.
Do you have a state that's your favorite from the beauty?
I think my favorite state, man, now is probably going to be like Montana, man.
Oh yeah, man.
That's unreal.
When we were talking about going out there, I wanted to see the big sky. I wanted to feel the big sky. And when we got to Montana, I got out of the truck and I felt it. I saw it.
Yeah.
It's just picturesque.
It is. It's
New Mexico's different.
Oh yeah.
It's completely different. It is, but it's got its own beauty. It stands alone on its own right, but. Even but on the East Coast, West Virginia,
How about Maine? Did you go up upstate Maine?
We was upstate New York last week on part of the radio tour, and it's beautiful up there, man. I mean, America is beautiful all over, man.
I've said this a lot on the show. I worked for Russell here in the sales department for 10 years. So when we'd have meetings, it'd be in the Empire State Building. So I'm thinking New York, all it was New York City.
Yeah, that's right.
I got traveling back in the 90s, going to upstate New York, Vermont,
Adirondacks,
and Maine and all that. Upstate New York is gorgeous.
Yes, the Poconos over there in Pennsylvania and all.
Yep.
I mean, we've bumped on all this stuff. Man, I took a picture when we was up that way a few weeks ago in Pennsylvania over some cornfield with big mountain behind it, and the sun was right over top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Dude, it just looks like somebody just painted that, man. Matter of fact, we run past that spot, and I said, Mark, I got to try and get that before that sun goes down. He's
Did
like,
you get it?
Did get it. I mean, we ran like 100 mile an hour trying to get back over there. I was like, man, that's going to be a shot right there. Sure enough, it was. It's beautiful.
In time, if you can send that to me, I'd love to
I got it.
Oh,
I'll send it to you.
I'd love to see
It's over a wheat field, actually.
Yeah, that's right. It's a wheat field.
It's a wheat field,
It's an awesome picture, man.
I was up in around Talladega, Alabama, just a few weeks ago. And I went past some fields, and I thought it was wheat, and I'm thinking, that's only in Kansas. I always think of wheat fields in Kansas. And I asked a county extension agent, he said, yeah. He said they grow wheat, and I was just surprised in Alabama. But I think about Iowa. I think about all those cornfields. You can...
It's beautiful, man, when you're going by that.
It probably helped you with your music, writing?
Absolutely.
Is that...
Absolutely, you get inspired. Yeah, you get inspired for sure, and you're traveling through all that. I mean,
a truck driver.
Yeah,
you've seen it.
Oh yeah, 100%. It inspires you. Absolutely, you pull from that. 100%.
But Randy, the way you're traveling right now, it's not you're not truck driving. You can stop and smell the roses. You can get that shot.
That's right.
You're talking about of the sun going down with the corn. When you're driving a truck, I mean, it's just driving.
Yeah. We was at Penn State last week, also, man, and we got some good stuff there. I mean, we're able to, like you're saying, smell the roses. We were able to do that. Mark and I, you know, Mark said, I want to shout at that, man. That's so cool. I've never gotten to see stuff like this, and it's just been
It never
great.
gets old, does it?
It does not.
No,
It's a great
doesn't.
experience, man.
And all by the power of music, really, is what's taking us there.
Yes, 100%, yeah.
You know, I think we go back to those young folks we're talking about that's just getting in it. You better be committed. It's a commitment. Anything is in life.
Oh, yeah.
If you want it.
Yeah.
If you want it back.
Yeah. That's right.
And you got to surround yourself with good people. And the Canadian Songbird, Shannon Hall. I love you, girl. With grassroots.
Hey, I love you too, Shannon. I love you. You're sweet. You're awesome, baby.
We'll be right back, too. Corner Produce and Car Wash. Good morning to you. And with these hot days, you can go by and get some of that Snow Biz shave ice. They got crab legs, they got scallops, they got crawfish and oysters and shrimp. But you know, still got they even got Alabama raised catfish, veggies, a little bit of everything at Corner Produce and Car Wash, Airport Drive. Russell Medical Total Fitness is ready. Are you? Do you have arthritis? They can help. Pilates are for everyone. Ask them about the Silver Sneakers program. Get moving in a class now, or if you prefer, personal training on land and water are available. They have invested in new equipment for you. Invest in yourself with a dedicated and knowledgeable staff. Call today, 256-329-7623.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of our citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-5762. or go to acpr.recdesk.com.
Corey's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings. Come on, get on board. Corey's Furniture saves you more. We try harder in every way, so drive a little and save today. Corey's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings.
Henderson Towing, Alexander City, 24-hour towing, jump starts, door unlocks, local and long distance towing, heavy duty towing. So let's get old Big House to the rescue today. Here's that number. Now keep it handy. Henderson Towing, 256-392-4554, 256-392-4554. Henderson Towing, 24-hour towing, 256-392-4554.
At Beyond Home Care, we provide in-home care services to individuals needing assistance with activities in their daily lives. We work with each client to provide personalized home care and sitter services. Whether it's assistance with bathing and personal care or an escort to a doctor's appointment, each client receives the individual care they need with the dignity and respect they deserve. Give us a call today at 256-414-6090 or visit us online at beyondhomecareal.com.
Tiny Homes by Wind Creek now renting sleepy floor, full kitchen, private fishing pond, boat charging station, and pet friendly. Call today, 256-935-9337 or tinyhomesbywindcreek.com. Located in beautiful small town USA, Alexander City, Alabama, on Highway 63 South, turning into Wind Creek State Park, and there they sit, ready for you to sit on their front porch.
A1 Lock and Key Service. Owner Bernie Atkinson asked you to keep his number, 256-329-2539, on you at all times. Bernie has a complete locksmith service for auto, business, and residence. He is licensed, bonded, and insured with over 39 years experience. Services include sales, installation, and a 24-hour emergency service. That's what service is all about. 256-329-2539.
Merle Norman Cosmetics in downtown Alexander City on Calhoun Street inside the square. Robin and Vicky say, come on in and let us show you the Cheek Crayon in Cozy Cocoa. It's backed by popular demand. This warm, buildable shade is perfect for contouring and adding definition to your little sweet cheekbones. Get that sculpted look with ease at Merle Norman Cosmetics in downtown Alex City. Come on back in here with Randy Cobb, Mark Dooley. When I say country music, I'm talking country music. You got a song picked out.
Yeah.
This is a song you wrote?
Absolutely, yeah. Wrote with a buddy of mine, John Joyner.
Mm-hmm.
So last fall we had that single, my debut single to country radio was Not On Me.
Mm-hmm.
Did very well with that. John Joyner was a co-writer on that as well. And him and I wrote this song that I want to do for you guys called Staring Out the Window Through the Pain, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a great tune.
I like that. What a hook.
Yeah.
We'll turn it over to y'all right now.
Yeah, I think Mr. Dooley here is going to accompany me on that, if that's all right. So, ready?
1, 2.
Cold gray light of dawn streaks across the cloudy sky. Raindrops on the window, but no teardrops in her eyes. She wonders where he's been this time. Lord, it's driving her insane. She's staring out that window through the pain. She's packing all her things now. It's time she's gonna leave. For all those lies he's told her, now she's taking off his ring. Hates for love in this way, but she knows she just can't stay. She's staring out that window through the pain. She had no plans for broken dreams. It seems her pain just comes in waves. Lord, how she dreads those goodbye days. But she's gonna leave. This time she's gonna leave. She's walking out that front door, her last teardrops start to fall. Remembering how it once was, now there's no love there at all. Driving down that old black road through the darkened clouds and rain, she's staring out that window through the pain. She's staring out that window through the pain.
Wow, beautiful song, well written. Not the first time you ever played a guitar, is it?
I started yesterday afternoon. I worked on it all night.
I love that. I mean, that was a beautiful, absolutely beautiful song. And Brian, if you don't mind, let's show that picture. Let's go to Pennsylvania.
Look
the
at that,
wheats
yes.
of Pennsylvania. Wheat
Absolutely.
fields of Pennsylvania.
That is beautiful.
Sunset.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Sunset. Golly.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing this with us, Randy.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of beautiful sunsets, sunrises, Shannon Sutton is on. She just texted me, hey, thank you so much for having Randy in for a visit. Let me tell you, she always asks this right here. We would love to hear some feedback. I'll give you some feedback. I'll turn loose here in a little bit.
That's right.
You got time for another one?
We do, man. We'll do the single, man. That's okay, man.
please
Country
do.
boy, that's okay.
All right, it's your show.
Yeah, man.
Super song, super
Man,
song.
appreciate it, man. Let's see here. Hold on a second. We're going to do the country boy, right?
Let's do country boy.
We always get this messed up because
Yeah, I know.
we got another one that's real hard.
Hey, you can't mess this show up. I'll just go ahead and tell you can't mess this show up right here.
Yeah. Give me a cord of wood, gas in a tank, flicker from a match, speakers full of Hank. Hey, I'm a country boy. Give me a cane pole, bobber on the line, Old Creek Bank and some mulberry wine. Hey, I'm a country boy. Hey, I'm a country boy. I don't run and I don't beg, like to get down with all my friends down at the creek bank late at night almost every weekend. I like a mud hole with real deep ruts, rain like hell, I don't get stuck. Hey, I'm country, and I won't deny it. Hey, I'm a country boy. No way to hide it. Give me a shotgun, four-wheel drive, old hound dog that'll stay by my side. Hey, I'm a country boy. Give me my dingo, pair of starched jeans, give a cup, my can, my baby by me. Hey, I'm a country boy. Hey, I'm a country boy. Hey, I don't run and I don't beg, like to get down with all my friends down at the creek bank late at night almost every weekend. I like a mud hole with real deep ruts, rain like hell, I don't get stuck. Hey, I'm country, hey, I won't deny it. Hey, I'm a country boy.
We couldn't get out here without thanking some good folks out here. Randy Cobb and Mark Dooley, he's just a prop over here. Y'all don't pay him any attention.
Yeah, hey man, I appreciate y'all listening. Thanks for having us on
thank
here,
you.
buddy. But man, if y'all like what you hear, your music there, you can check all my digitals, man, for all my songs. They're like Pandora, Apple Music, Spotify. You can find all my music there. Man, y'all subscribe and like, and share for us. We've got a YouTube channel, Randy Cobb Music. We got a brand new video out to support Country Boy. You can go check that out, Randy Cobb Music, there on YouTube as well. And then all my socials is my username is Randy Cobb Music. So that's for all your Instagrams, Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff. It's Randy Cobb Music's my username.
2 B's.
2 B's on Randy Cobb for sure, man. So, hey, man, I appreciate if y'all like and subscribe and share the word. That's how we get it out there. Get the music, man. So share.
Thank you so much again to Grassroots Promotion, Miss Shannon. Thank you so much for sending him. And anytime you want to send him back, please do.
Man.
Please do.
Thank you.
Now we'll be right back. I'll tell you what, smell that ham cooking in the kitchen at Coon's Corner Deli, where they got that going on. But also today, remember, you can pick up grilled barbecue chicken halves with one side, bread and drink, only $11. You got side options like potato wedges, fried okra, corn nuggets, loaded potatoes, and you gotta try this, the peach cobbler at Coon's Corner Deli.
Worthy and Mitchell Insurance now has the Cancer Answer. Our plans cover radiation and chemo treatments, surgery benefits, skin cancer. 30 specified diseases are covered. Our plan also has a return of premium benefit if not used. Call Skipper Worthy or Terry Mitchell today.
Planning for the future is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones. At Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, we are here to guide you with compassion, helping you make choices that bring peace of mind. Pre-planning means your wishes are honored and your family is free to focus on what truly matters, cherishing every memory. Because love, care, and dignity should last a lifetime. Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, here for you, always.
And obituaries are brought to you by our friends at Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home. Memorial service for Mr. John Wesley Naylor, 66, of Alexander City, will be at 5:30 this evening at the Chapel of Radney Funeral Home. In honor of John's memory, the family would like to invite attendees to wear their favorite island wear. Now that's going out in style. To the Naylor family and to other families that have lost loved ones, my heart goes out to each and every one of you, to the men and women that are fighting for our freedom. They're out there for us. God bless you. God bless the USA, and we'll be right back.
Worthy and Mitchell Insurance is now offering medical insurance. We offer $5 million lifetime maximum per policy. You can customize a plan to fit your healthcare and budget needs. Use any doctor or hospital of your choice. Call Skipper Worthy or Terry Mitchell today.
About an hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But with the Zaxby Sauceball box, he's dunking all over these fools.
Welcome to Dunk City. I'm the mayor and the sheriff.
Who's got the sauce?
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. Sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Grace's Flowers on Hillaby Street has been a staple here for decades, taking care of our community families from prom time, wedding days, picking up a friend on a bad day, happy times and sad times. Grace's is involved in our community with more than just beautiful flower arrangements, but also the love they put in them. Keep this number handy, 256-234-4238 for Grace's Flowers in Alexander City. Call 256-234-4238.
This spring and summer, make your land, farming, lawn, and landscaping needs have zero risk and 100% success with Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, with 0% financing on all our Mahindra tractors, many with up to 84-month terms. Our inventory of Mahindra tractors and farm implements is beefed up, and more are coming in daily. We also have extended 0% terms on Spartan mowers to handle your mowing needs, with the best and zero-turn mowers priced to move at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
Chick-fil-A, my goodness alive, let me tell you about Chick-fil-A. If you like good milkshakes with some peach in it, they got that. They got the peach frosted lemonade. First, let me tell you about the peach frosted lemonade. I got to try it. The peach milkshake, I've tried. It was absolutely, when I say absolutely delicious, that's real stuff. At Chick-fil-A, and they're wishing each and every one of you a happy and safe 4th of July. Hey, let me tell you some things going on with the keys to summer. Here's the clue, the last clue for Thursday. We'll give you 2 tomorrow. In town or in country, you would think, one area is where businesses link. In town or in country, you would think, one area is where businesses link. Let me, before we go into this, the Jamie Burnett and Chief Matt Brooks show. Let me tell you, Robert, my old buddy Robert from Chilton County, will be at City Automotive all day today. Good move, Robert. I was thinking, I said, oh, wish old Robert was here before the 4th, because I done ate up all that other from last weekend. I'll see you today. City Automotive, downtown Alexander City. Good morning to Mickey and Wayne Jones. I miss y'all down there. Frank Walton, good morning to you. And also, the farmers market will also again be open on Saturday. And you may see Wormy and Bug Maddox down there. I'm just saying. Let's go to the new show now. And welcome back to the Jamie Burnett Show with Chief Matt Brooks as her special guest today. And I'll talk to y'all in about an hour, but really thank y'all for doing this. And I want to thank Ryan Fuller for being able to set this up, because this is a pre-recorded show, which is, we don't get to do this very often for a Thursday show, but it is July the 3rd. Happy 4th of July to both of y'all too.
Happy 4th.
Thank you.
Let me start off by talking about the weather, because it looks like the weather is going to be okay for the 4th of July weekend. And we have had some real bad weather. Has it affected y'all on the lake?
Very much so.
With the lightning?
As a matter of fact, this past weekend we had a lightning strike on a boat on Logan Martin Lake just up the road that resulted in a very serious injury.
Wow.
So, yes, sir.
Is that kind of is that not really common, lightning strikes on boat? You'd think we'd hear more about it.
I was looking at the statistics the other day on this, and we average 1 to 2 a year around the state.
Really? Okay.
Yes, sir. Typically, it happens in the coastal areas for some reason,
Right.
but we do have a few of those every year.
I've heard so many people talk about they got caught out on the lake in a storm. You know, they can come up, y'all know this, you live on it. You can come up in a hurry.
Right.
I didn't mean to take over your show. I apologize.
No, that's a good point, because the weather has been really bad. So what do you recommend when somebody gets caught out in a storm and there is lightning, or use your phone?
This device right here, one of the good things about it is that you have instant access to weather information.
Yeah, you're right.
24/7. And we talk about the operator, and we're really focusing on operator behavior now. That's one of the things that operator needs to do, is make sure that they're paying attention to the weather, almost on if not a minute by minute basis,
Right.
More regular than that, have some kind of an alert on your phone. Even with all of that, lightning can still come in ahead of a front or ahead of a storm and impact the area. So awareness is the key to that.
I didn't mean to take away, but really the weather, it looks like it's going to be nice for the weekend. Could really be really good for a lot of folks, because folks have gotten just really hesitant lately about getting out on the lake because of the weather. It just these summer storms, they've been really bad.
Yes, sir.
And the lightning is something I don't want to mess with, but you're right. We just about everybody that has a phone these days, you have instant, you're being alerted by, around here, Jason Moran does a great job with Tallapoosa County EMA, that they, you can either get it on your phone, or you got ways of finding out real quick. So, but again, it happens in a hurry. I'll hush and turn it over to you.
On that subject, what is the law around if somebody's out in a storm and they can't make it back? It is 44,000 acres, so it's a long way. If you're on one side and you can't get back to the other, can you pull up to someone's dock and tie off, or is that trespassing? What do people need to know about that?
Well, that's where that you would hope that individuals that live on the lake or have property on the water are being good neighbors and being good Samaritans. In an event of emergency, I know that if I had my family with me, my first priority would be to protect them. And so you always want to reduce your speed and get out of the area, get to safe shelter as soon as you can. And sometimes that may mean taking shelter in someone's boathouse. And in that case, you would just have to take the situation into context and hope that property owner would understand. And of course, you as the boater, if you're doing that, you want to take very good caution with how you treat that property and what you leave behind as well.
Absolutely. Okay, let's go back. We have a lot of people on Lake Martin boaters, and they have a lot of questions. And I want to thank Kenny for having us on, and Chief Brooks for being willing to answer all of the questions. We say there's no dumb question, but sometimes there are. So let's start today with the question we had this morning. Does the wake law apply on the holiday weekend, the proximity law?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
There you go. That's the answer. Laws are 24/7, 365 days a year. So yes, Jason that asked that question, the wake law does apply. Pat Carpenter did have a ticket or a question on tickets for the wake law. Have you written a lot of tickets over the proximity law?
We have written absolutely 0 citations on the proximity law, because by law we're required to write warnings for a first offense until October 1st of this year. So we have issued quite a few warnings on it, on all 5 of the bodies of water that law affects, but we have not issued a second offense citation yet.
Okay, so we get a lot of people that, sorry, go ahead, Kenny.
No, let me jump in there. What 5 bodies are you talking about? And I didn't mean to wait to take away from your show. But what 5 bodies of water are you talking about?
So the law that she's referring to is the proximity law. It was passed in the 2024 legislative session, went into effect October 1 of last year. It only affects Lake Martin, Lakewood Dowie, Weiss Lake, the Shoal Creek portion of the Wilson Lake above the US 72 bridge up in northwest Alabama,
Right.
and then Smith Lake. So it only applies to those 5 bodies of water.
Like Logan Martin?
No, sir.
Really?
No, sir.
Well, how do they stay out of it? I mean,
That's a good question, and I'm not sure that I could answer
okay,
that.
I just, you brought it up, so I'm playing off yours. I'm sorry. I
think they can-
apologize.
That the lake or their representatives can petition to possibly be included in the law? I don't know. Where's Ed when you need him? You have to ask Ed Oliver.
Yeah, exactly right. Representative Ed Oliver. And here again, I'm going to hush again. But thank you for doing this, because you ask so many great questions. You do a lot of homework. And even on Facebook, when you post it, I'm seeing all these questions. People are wanting to know what the law is. And that's a good for y'all.
Yes, sir, it is. And of course, in this day and age, again, with phones and computers, that information's available on the internet, just if somebody Googles correctly to look it up. And the entire statute from the Code of Alabama is online for everybody to refer to.
Good.
Well, something that we try really hard to do is Lake Martin voters, we have 47,000 members, and we reach a couple million people a month. So we want to make sure that we do have accurate and correct information directly from the source. So people can guess, but you don't know if they're correct when they answer that question.
Right.
So we thank the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency and Chief Brooks for being willing to give us those answers so that the people get the right answer every time.
Right.
We don't just have people making stuff up and ending up not knowing what the law is or what applies to Lake Martin.
Go to the source.
That's right. Let's go back. We have a lot of questions about license requirements. That changed this year. So would you like to help? We have 3 different scenarios. One, Alabama voters that are in the state. We have people from out of state, and then we have renters. And so I believe that there's 3 different categories that people have had questions about.
Okay.
So Alabama, if you have an Alabama driver's license, and you live in the state of Alabama, what is the requirement for a vessel?
So let's try to break it down, like you said, into the 3 different areas, because those are the easiest way to understand it. So if you're an Alabama resident, everyone who is age 12 and up that's going to operate a motorized vessel has to have a vessel operator certification, which is also called vessel operator's license. 12 and 13-year-olds can only operate with that certification if there is a licensed 21-year-old operator or individual on board as well, who's in a position to take control of the boat in the event of an emergency. You can't operate alone until you reach 14 and you have the certification. That's Alabama residents. Now, for all out-of-state residents, they're required to meet the same requirement, but they have 2 options to do it. They can either comply with what their state requires. If they're not required to have the certification or education in their state, then they can voluntarily comply with that requirement and take the course and get the card in their individual state. We will accept that. If they don't want to do that, they don't want to take that option, then they can actually get an Alabama non-resident vessel operator certification that looks just like ours, except it's on a driver's license that specifically says, or non-resident vessel operator's license. Okay. So that's the 3. Now, the last one, this is still a loophole and something that we hope to address in the future. But if you come to Alabama, and this is even for Alabama residents, and you rent a boat from a legitimate, somebody that has met all the legal requirements and is bona fide and signed up with us like they should be, vessel livery, then you are exempt from having to have the vessel operator certification while you're operating that vessel. But the livery is required to provide safe handling instructions to you prior to taking the boat out.
Okay. So how do you know if you are renting from a licensed livery service that is legal in the state of Alabama?
You need to ask them.
Okay.
But because if you're not, then that individual is in essence, well, even the ones that are legitimate, they're giving you permission to operate their craft. And so if they're not legitimate, they haven't taken the steps with us, then they could be criminally and, of course, civilly liable for allowing somebody to take their vessel out, especially if that individual who rents the vessel is engaging in illegal activities such as operating while intoxicated. They become involved in a boating accident, any of those numbers of scenarios.
Okay, so on the registration of the boat you're renting, I've seen a registration and it says on there it is registered to the actual rental business, but then it shows that it's through Alabama Law Enforcement Agency in Montgomery Marine Patrol.
That's correct.
Is that an accurate way to see if you are renting from a legal boat rental.
It is, and it's one of the best ways. The actual registration certificate will also denote it as a rental vessel. It'll say
Okay.
use, and instead of pleasure or commercial or what are the other designations, it will say rental on it. And then, of course, that rental entity, the person or the business that's renting the boat to you, they are required to provide a rental agreement to you, and you're required to have that in the boat when you're on the water, and it specifies a bunch of information that we need to know when we stop them. So if you're renting a boat from somebody and they're not giving you a lease agreement, and you look at the paperwork that they give you and it doesn't say rental, then you're not renting from somebody that's operating lawfully.
And what are the legal ramifications of that if they get pulled over? We have, real quick, we have people come and ask, is there any boat rentals available? And there'll be 30, 40 people say, oh, I have a boat. They may or may not be a licensed livery service. What would the ramifications of renting through someone like that?
Well, this is an area where we're really starting to educate people about it and enhance our enforcement. So what we've done in the past is that we will go and cite the company or the individual that's renting the boat. We'll terminate the voyage for the person who has rented the boat, so whatever money they paid for the boat, they're out of because they can't operate it. It's being operated illegally. And then we will also invalidate the registration on those boats, meaning that if we see one like on Get My Boat or boatsetter.com, that we can verify this being offered. And the law says offered for rent. You don't even actually have to carry it through the process. It's illegal to offer it for rent. Then we will invalidate their registration so that they cannot renew that registration or register that boat until they come talk to us.
Just do the right thing and you won't have any issues. We'll be right back with more of her show. Carlisle, downtown Alexander City. They'll be open today just for you, and the sweet tea and the chicken salad sandwiches will be there. And also, you know, these hot days, I want to mention again about the different, you get like tubs of different type ice cream. You just get it by the scoop and get them. A lot of times they'll make those homemade waffle cones and put some ice cream in there. Check it out, Carlisle, downtown Alexander City.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Dalton Insurance. Let's talk about it right now. My old buddy Tyler Dalton says this: whether you're retiring in 6 months or 6 years, Tyler's one-on-one insurance plan reviews make sure you're not overpaying and that you've got the coverage you need when aging into Medicare. Dalton Insurance has health care, Medicare, and life insurance. Call today, 334-489-3624.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Red Flag Pest Control is Central Alabama's best in pest control, with hometown service in Lake Martin and now the greater Montgomery area. When you see pests, throw down the red flag. Termites, bed bugs, carpenter bees, mosquitoes, or general pests. Red Flag gets the job done at the right price for your home or business. At Lake Martin, call 888-943-0353 or in Montgomery, 334-265-1831. Red Flag, the best in pest control in Central Alabama.
And, you know, come back on in here, we got more questions to answer, so I'm going to turn it back over to you, Ms. Jamie.
Thank you. We're back with Chief Brooks here from the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, and we were on the topic of rental boats. We went through kind of the renting, what you need, license requirements. One of the questions that I had, I believe from Matt Campbell, was if somebody is in town visiting you and they have taken the test online and printed their certificate, is that legal to use when operating a boat, or do they have to have the card from the DMV?
So the certificate only proves to us that they have taken the steps to complete the requirement to get a license. It is not their actual license. So they will either need, if they're out of state, they'll either need to have their boater ID card from their state, or they'll need to have the Alabama non-resident vessel operator's license. If they're in state, then it's got to be the car driver's license with the V class on it.
Okay, perfect.
So the certificate, we appreciate that they bring it, show it to us, but that's not the license.
Perfect.
This is just a head shaker. Well, it's just so many questions to answer.
There are. So one of the troubling things is that renters don't require a license. And I know some of our rental boat agencies, such as Russell Lands, Russell Marine, require them to have a license, or you cannot rent their boat to them. Is that correct?
Well, I'm not sure what their individual practices are.
Okay.
I know that the law does not require the renter, the lessee, to have the license.
Okay.
But in my opinion, it's a good business practice to require that.
So even though it's not required in the state, some of the licensed agencies that do rent boats do require their renters
Yes,
to have a vessel license.
Mm-hmm.
So you may not be required, but if you try to rent a boat, they may turn you away. Second question I have here, what percent, I'm sure you probably don't know the actual percentage, but rental boat accidents, are those common?
So they're becoming more common, and as a matter of fact, the most recent boating accident that we had in the state involved a rental boat that had been rented illegally and involved an intoxicated operator. Wow. So there'll be ramifications for both of those individuals going forward.
Do you want to talk about our actual accidents last year versus this year and get those numbers in?
Sure, and you know, one of the things we do about accident statistics is to make sure that people understand them in context, because it's our opinion that recreational boating in Alabama is still a very safe activity. We do have a number of accidents that occur every year, and people always try to compare the numbers versus what happens on the road, and that's a bad comparison to make. But to give you an example, in fiscal year 2024, we had 96 total boating accidents reported in the state. And of those 96, about a third of them occurred in Mobile and Baldwin counties, okay? There's a lot of boats down there, a lot of transient traffic. We had 9 fatalities with 47 injuries and a little over $1.2 million in property damage in that fiscal year. This year to date, we've now had 46 accidents with 12 fatalities, 35 injuries, and a little over $2 million in property damage. So historically for Alabama, the highest years that we had were just a little bit north of 30 for fatalities. And this past year, we had a 20-year low for fatalities. So we think we're doing something right. We think the licensing requirement is working. We think the education component of our program is working. And then, of course, coming here and getting to interact with citizens like you, Mr. Dean, get our message out on this show, there's no doubt in my mind that this information going out has a positive impact. So we do have accidents, but I don't want to sound the alarm and make that sound like it's unsafe to be on the water, because it's not. It's a very safe activity for people to engage in. We just want them to be as safe as they can and to know the laws and to behave while they're out there. So that's all we ask.
Absolutely.
It's really simple.
Right.
You know.
We want everybody to go home safe at the end of the day. So this week, really with the 4th of July at the end of the week, we have a lot of people that have been in the water all week. Have we had any boating accidents on Lake Martin so far in the since last Friday? So
Not-
really be
not this week,
10 days.
no, ma'am.
Okay. What about last week?
No, ma'am.
No?
As a matter of fact, year to date, we have 2 on Lake Martin.
Wow.
That have happened with no injuries.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, we had 1 fatality. We had 1 fatality and no injuries. Out of the
On
2.
Lake Martin?
That happened back in November.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it. Second question we have on here, someone has asked if with the new proximity law, people should be idle at 100 foot from docks, shores, structures, all of that. Can swim buoys per Alabama Power Company can be 25 foot off the end of your dock or 50 foot from your property, your shoreline. We have people asking regularly, can their swim buoys be extended to 100 foot to mark their proximity distance?
No. No.
No.
And again, that's a power company regulation, and that has been in place with us on Lake Martin for at least 20 years or better. It hasn't been as publicized or as publicly discussed, I guess you could say, as it has been in the last few years. But it's a compromise that was reached to just allow people to have some type of safety buffer that they felt safe having out there to warn traffic. But those swim buoys have no law backing behind them. There's no authority behind them. They're not regulatory, and boaters are not obligated to stay inside or outside of them or to reduce their speed. When now they are with the proximity law. But we were hoping, and we are hoping, that through this proximity law and our enforcement going forward, and of course, what it all depends on how well you guys and how well the public adheres to that law and implements it as part of their daily operating procedures. We're hoping that will eradicate the need for the swim buoys.
I'm sorry, let me jump in here. A swim buoy.
Yes,
I've never heard it called. Is the regular buoy that you're talking about, is that called a swim buoy?
It's a red or yellow, in some cases green, in ball, essentially. It can be 18 inches in diameter. I have seen people put some that are 36 inches in diameter out on the lake. And it's just an area that they use to keep their family members inside swimming, or again, to warn traffic that, hey, you're getting too close.
So it's not the regular buoy that the Lake Martin Resource Association puts out?
Those are like a white.
Yeah, okay,
I think they're about
okay.
6
All right.
foot tall and they have a concrete bottom on these.
Exactly.
These would be just something that you could buy at a sporting goods store or a boating store.
I just learned
Orange, red balls, and they have a clip at the bottom that you can anchor them. So people use them sometimes if they don't have enough sea-doo ports or places to dock boats, then it's like used as a mooring tie-up. Or my neighbors, they have a hazard buoy at the end of their kind of point, but it is rocky from that hazard buoy all the way to their seawall.
Right.
So they've put some buoys out there just to help. They've put swim buoys out marking their 25 feet, but it also helps boats stay out of that area so they don't lose a prop.
Good
They're
for y'all.
used. They're called swim buoys, and you can put them at the end of your pier, but they really, people put them out to help. You know, if there's a log or something that's grounded itself, people will put a swim buoy there so somebody doesn't tear up their boat.
And they've been around for a while, and I'm just finding out about it.
Yeah, maybe 100 years.
Now,
I've been here 100 years, didn't know that.
One thing we do caution people is that you can't use them to fence off a portion of the water. There needs to be an adequate distance between them if you put more than one so that vessels can go in and out. You can't block the water off from other traffic.
Wow.
So
You can't claim your area?
No, ma'am. We want to make sure that we get that word out.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the holiday weekend. How many troopers will be assigned to Lake Martin is a question that we've got a lot. I like to put a little warning out that says, it's just a kind of a meme that's got maybe 30 troopers. There's some in the sky, and it says,
I've seen that. Yes,
there will be a lot of troopers on the water. Wink, wink. Act appropriately.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
So every sworn Marine Patrol trooper in the state of Alabama will be on the water. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's required for everyone, including me. Yours truly will be out there, and I will be on Lake Martin Friday and Saturday as well. So typically what we will do is we will bring extra patrol boats in to supplement the ones we have assigned full-time to Lake Martin. I don't really like to put that number out there, of course. But we will bring additional patrols in, especially for the fireworks show Friday night. We'll have as many as we can out there.
Do you have any recommendations for the fireworks show? I know that sometimes that is... people say that's a scary thing to leave.
Before you leave your dock to go to the fireworks show, check your navigation lights. When you're underway, check your navigation lights. When you get there and stop, check your navigation lights, because there will be 4,000 boats plus in that area, and you want other vessels to see you and make sure that you're as visible as you can be to other traffic. Plus, I guarantee you that we will write you a citation if you come to the fireworks show Friday night and your nav lights are not working properly. That is a very dangerous thing that we want to address to make sure that we eliminate as much as possible the potential for accidents. Don't overload your boat. Have a designated operator, and when the fireworks show is over, kind of get to the side and let traffic dissipate before you join the melee, because I've been here 18 years now and I've seen maybe 15 fireworks shows on this lake, and it amazes me after every one that we don't have a collision the way that the boats depart.
I agree with you. Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got a whole lot more questions. In fact, I want to go right back to the 4th of July weekend, which is coming up. We'll be right back. Well, let me tell you about Doc's Cafe. They're going to be closed the 4th, but they're open today. Here's your choice: barbecue pork chops or lasagna. Baked beans, potato wedges, corn nuggets, Brussels sprouts. The soup of the day is chicken and wild rice. Check out their 28-item fresh salad bar, too, at Doc's Cafe, and tell them you heard us talking about them in a kind way, and they're going to give you 10% off. That's a fact.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today. Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
Of course, the 4th of July at the AMP is a lot of fun. We ask you that you are safe, but 4,000 boats? I've never heard that figure.
Yes, sir.
Why would anybody want to get out into that?
Well, it's a very unique experience. Having been there myself, and it's beautiful. I mean, there's no better way to view the fireworks from the water. But a lot of people think that, and of those boats, a good many of them will have 4 to 10 to 15 people on board. So multiply that number of boats times the number of people. There will be a lot of folks out there to watch the show.
Golly, I envy y'all. I thank you for what every one of y'all do, and the ones that are looking down are the riders in the sky too. I thank y'all for watching those too. But this is just mind-boggling. I've never heard that figure, and this, of course, that's been going on for a long time.
And that's just at the Russell, AMP show over there. There are multiple firework shows all around the lake. So if you do not want to get into that mess, you can just wander around in your boat, or really just if you've rented a house or sit on your dock and see. From my house, I probably see 30 different houses sitting off fireworks, and I see them over the tree line. So there will be fireworks everywhere. You don't have to get into that. I believe it's Wilmar's Island over in Blue Creek. They have a barge that comes out and sets off fireworks. I believe they did comment and say that they were going to be setting off fireworks. The other thing, don't have your docking lights on. You're blinding everybody else watching the fireworks. So, and let's talk about that, docking lights. Okay. Yeah. What's the regulations, rules? Are you going to pull people over if they have their docking lights on?
So there is no specific law that says that it is illegal to operate a boat with its docking lights on. But they're called docking lights for a reason, because they're intended to be used as you approach the dock to give you a little bit better visibility. In actuality, on the water, they're not really effective. People use them as headlights on their boat like they would on a vehicle, but they're not really that effective on the water. They do have the effect of obscuring your navigation lights. So that's the reason that we will stop people if they have their docking lights on, is because you can't see the required navigation lights at the required distances that the law says. And also, it does have the effect of impacting opposing traffic, because you operate using your night vision. You're not looking at finely focused features when you're on the water at night. You're looking for shapes, and you're looking for movement. And so the last thing you want when your eyes are accustomed to the dark and you have your family and you're operating is for somebody to approach you with a couple of really bright docking lights and shine them into your face. So we do stop people for that. Generally, if everything looks good on their boat, it'll be like a warning or an educational type situation. But we have found that intoxicated boat operators will get out there with their docking lights on.
Let me ask you a question on the docking lights. Is that kind of like us with our vehicles on the road with the bright lights on? Is that
Or is that
very much almost an identical situation? Yes, sir.
And that's why you got dimmers, and because some of these lights today are these LED lights, and they're just crazy bright.
And docking lights and any kind of light that shined on the water will have the effect of bouncing off the water and carrying longer distances. We have a number of complaints around the state every year for people that bow fish with their lights, because when they go into an area to bow fish, it wakes everybody in the area up. The lights come through their windows.
Okay.
So light does have an effect on the water of carrying forward.
I guess somebody like me that's not a lake person, I am getting one heck of an education, and that's what you folks are, maybe you're coming in, maybe you're not, maybe you're like me, you don't get out on the lake much, but these are big time questions that you're answering.
Yeah. So another question around lighting is the side lights on the pontoons. I believe auxiliary lights or the blue lights on the side. Some people say that those aren't allowed, but many people use them and they help see those boats on the water at night. What is the recommendation of Marine Patrol?
So again, and we refer to those as accent lighting.
Okay.
And they can be lighting that's on the inside of the vessel. It can be on the outside of the vessel. And now we see an increase in people that are putting those under the fantail or the platform on the back of the boat around the motor. As long as those lights are not interfering again with the correct display of your navigation lights, then it's not illegal. However, it is illegal to have a blue light on your boat that flashes, oscillates, strobes, or blinks. So, of course, the obvious thing there is that you don't want to mistake that boat for a law enforcement boat. Personally, accent lights do improve visibility as long as they're displayed correctly and they're not so obnoxious that it's affecting other traffic, which there are some out there that are obnoxious, without a doubt.
He puts things so nicely. Let me jump in there with another question. Have y'all caught people trying to imitate y'all as far as with a light to pull somebody over? Have you ever run into that issue right there?
In the past 5 years, we had one incident up on another lake where an individual went so far as to have the fake uniform and everything.
Really?
Yes,
what
sir.
was the point of that?
I'm not really sure what the point was, but...
was alcohol involved?
No.
Really?
It was just a disturbed individual that I really don't know why.
I mean, darn. I've never thought about that.
It does not happen, and for the most part, people that boat at night, it's fairly easy to tell the difference, but still the law says that you can't do that. So.
Okay.
I'm going to jump to life jackets. What is the requirement for life jackets?
Okay, so on every boat, it's required to have a Coast Guard approved wearable personal flotation device for every person on the boat, right? And by that, check the label on your personal flotation device. If the label is missing, if there is no Coast Guard warning or Coast Guard directive on it, it's not good.
Wow.
So you can't use it. Children under 8 are required to have their life jackets on at all times unless they're in a cabin down below the deck of a boat. So there are some times when you're required to wear it. If you're operating or being towed or riding on a personal watercraft, you're required to wear it. If you are being towed by any other vessel on a tube or water skis or what have you, you're required to wear it. And then anytime you're boating within 800 feet below a hydroelectric lock and dam or a dam, you're required to wear it. And generally on those, the power company and the Army Corps of Engineers will have these huge signs on the riverbanks marking the 800-foot mark to kind of help with awareness. Right. So here's the thing: if you are required to wear it, it has to be zipped up and buckled. You can't just have it on over your shoulders. And the life jacket really needs to be fitted for that individual. I'm a big guy myself, so obviously I can't use a youth medium or an adult small. I have to use a life jacket that's appropriate for me. It takes a couple of minutes to try one on before you go out for the day, and I'd recommend that for everybody to make sure. Also, swim vests, competition swim vests are illegal. If you have one, throw it away, because we will not accept it, and if you're wearing that, you're subject to get a citation.
How do people know if it's a competition swim vest versus a life jacket?
This is the interesting thing about that is when we find those on the water, we will have the individual take it off and we will open it up, and you will see that the manufacturer has a label inside that said this is not a Coast Guard approved personal flotation device. So I'm not really sure what the benefit is for people buying those. They're more comfortable, I get that, a little more flexible with people that wake surf and what have you, but they're not approved for use.
Why would anybody even put something out like that?
That's a good question. I don't have the answer to that.
I think they're fit. They're really very thin and fitted, so they may keep you afloat, but maybe not flip you up if you were knocked unconscious. I'm not sure what the difference is. We did have a question this morning over puddle jumpers. If a child is required under the age of 8 to wear a Coast Guard approved life jacket, puddle jumpers are Coast Guard approved by Type 3, whatever that is.
Yes, ma'am.
We've had people say those are not good to wear. What is your professional opinion on puddle jumpers for children?
What we're going to look for is that Coast Guard approval, because those life jackets and the manufacturers have to go through stringent testing and standards that the Coast Guard has set and follows up on with them. So that's what we are going to look for. Now, of course, there's been so many advancements over the years in life jacket technology, and there will continue to be as we go forward. So that's what we're going to look for. If it's approved and the parent chooses to have that on their child, then that's what we will accept. But again, the thing that you want to stress most about life jacket wearage is that the best life jacket is the one that you're going to wear. And with children, it's hot. You know, mommy and daddy are not wearing their life jackets, or nobody else in the boat's wearing their life jackets, and the children notice that. My recommendation is take your child with you life jacket shopping and let them pick it out. I mean, you'd be amazed at how little children, especially like the Dora the Explorer, the Little Mermaid life jackets.
Yeah.
And we always try to comment on those when we see them wearing them, you know, and really brag on them for wearing them.
Make it fun for them. We'll be right back. City of Alexander City is looking for you. Looking for a new career opportunity? The City of Alexander City has several job openings. I'm just going to mention a couple. Mechanic, welder, fleet maintenance department. Just go to their website, City of Alexander City, and join up today.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dadeville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Benton, clearing, and grading is Cody and LD Benton, and they got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton, clearing and grading.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout Central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.